Yo, what up, YouTube? It's your boy Penny LS1 checking in real quick. Want to give y'all a quick update on what's been going on. I know I haven't posted in a while. And last check-in, I had issue with the brakes. So let me show you, or let me tell you where I'm at, what I've done, and what I'm about to do. First of all, I want to say shout out to everybody that had responded or commented or sent me a direct message for everything that y'all pointed out to check, double check, could be this, could be that. And to be honest with you, man, it could have been any combination of all of those things. Like I say, this brake system was all original from the proportionate valve to the rear. The front, everything's new except for the passenger side hard line. So this just came in today. I ordered the hard line, the long line from the proportionate valve all the way to the rear. This piece right here. What I was in the process of doing was I was just going to replace this short hose, because a lot of guys were saying that this hose could have been collapsed internally and not letting the fluid go back to the reservoir, releasing pressure. So what I have already done, I did go ahead and replace the calipers. I just got some reman calipers. I didn't paint them because I should have did this before, make sure everything works before I waste my time and money on paint. So it's in neutral. It does spin. It's actually a little tight because I actually bled the system and they did lock up. Okay. Now, like I said, a lot of y'all was saying crack the bleeder valve. If it releases, it's not the caliper. On the other calibers that were red, those were junkyard calibers that I painted. So a lot of guys didn't know that and they thought they were new because they look pretty good. When I cracked the bleeder valve on the old calibers, it wouldn't release. Fluid came out, but it like drizzled out. It didn't come out with any pressure. And then it wouldn't unlock it. So when I put these on, I rebled the system, engaged the brakes, released it, and they still locked up. But when I cracked the bleeder valve, now I can turn it. We're good on the calibers. So like I said, next I tried to replace this hose. And in the process of trying to get this off, it's somewhere, if I find it, I'll show. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Here it is. Let me get it real quick. So this is the original one that was on the car. Crusty. And the hard line was even worse. I sprayed it down with PB Blast. I could not get it loose. So as you see, what I ended up doing was cutting the hard line to get this piece off. And then I actually had to use my air hammer to get that clip out because everything was rusted, just to get this line to come off. It's mounted on the body. So my initial plan was just to replace this line because, like I said, a lot of y'all was saying this line could be collapsed internally. I cut it open. I can't tell if that's how it's supposed to be or not. It doesn't look that bad, but like I said, I don't know. So I did get a new one. Like I said, I just got this from O'Reilly before I started to order all this other stuff. So what we're looking at on the trunk is a new hard line from the prop valve all the way to the rear. This is the rear section that goes on the axle to each caliber. I got this, all this came from inline tube. They do have a kit that's made specifically for disc brake conversion, which basically means these hard lines are short. Because as you know, the stock hard lines go all the way to the drum. And so, you know, you need them to be short just so you can run a soft line from the caliber to that. So that's what these are. And the reason I didn't order the whole kit is because, like I said, I already had the front. This piece right here is for the front. This is the passenger side hard line that goes from the prop valve to the passenger caliber. I just never installed it. I have the driver's side hard line, it's brand new, and little squiggly pigtail looking ones that go up to the master cylinder. So I'm going to replace all of those that haven't been replaced are getting replaced now. And while I was at it, I went ahead and got a brand new proportionate valve. Of course, it is a disc to disc. I do have a disc to disc on there, but I don't want to take a chance of that being the problem while I'm already replacing everything. So we're going to start brand new. Now, this is the biggest disappointment. I did not want to take this off, but in my process of testing, I took this off and put the original back on. The original GM master cylinder. The reason I did that, I measured, you know, the little rod that goes in here. I stuck it in. It was in there. I measured the one from the factory, and I measured this one. So I put a straight edge going across here, and I took my caliper with the tail end that you can measure going straight down, and the difference from the factory one to this one, and like I say, I'm not measuring all the way down in this bore. That rod that goes in here, it has a little convex. You measure from the flat edge just till it touches that convex, and it was a difference of 3.22 millimeters. That's a significant amount. I think the tolerance is like, you know, I don't know, less than point something. It ain't 3.2, so it's 0.15. I think it's good tolerance. So I'm 3 millimeters too long on my stroke. So when I release the brake, like say, some of y'all pointed it out, and I really appreciate it, because I did think about that. I wasn't being hard-headed, trust me. I just didn't want to take this off because, I mean, look at it, right? I spent all that money on this, and I'll figure out a way to get it to work, because I couldn't find an adjustable push rod for my booster. And what I can do is take the original push rod out of the booster. I can grind it down to make it short enough to where it'll work. The only problem is I can't find a replacement. I want to find a replacement without having to buy a new booster, so that way I'll have a spare, or if I find one, I'll probably buy a couple just to have on deck, and then I'll just grind it down, you know, measure it to get it to the right length, and then we'll be good to go. So that's what I'm in the process of doing. It's about 30, it's probably 39 degrees, 40 degrees today, so it's pretty cold, but I came out here to shoot this quick video to give y'all an update, because I'm still getting messages. I think that video is probably about 3 weeks old now, and I'm still getting messages on it saying what it could be. So I have been troubleshooting the situation, and I just made the decision to just replace everything. When I say everything, the only thing that's going to be original is the master cylinder for now. If this thing works with the original master cylinder, which some guys telling me it ain't, but I see a lot of guys running disc brakes and they got the factory master cylinder with rear disc brakes. So I know it's supposed to be a different master cylinder, but what most of them, all they said they changed was the proportioning valve. So if I get this thing to work with the master cylinder, the original one, I'm just going to buy a new one, obviously, because mine is yellow. You know how the white plastic turns yellow. So that's what I'm doing. I will get this working. Trust me, I will get it working. I will not quit. I will not be defeated, because this is my dream. I'm doing this all by myself. I'm learning. I'm getting a lot of advice from a lot of you guys. So like I said, I do appreciate everybody that's reached out to me. And I know y'all still waiting on the parking brake situation, but at this point, man, that's on the back burner. I think I have it figured out. I just hadn't gotten under there and put it all together. But I got to have some brakes before I can worry about parking brake, right? So, and like I said, I got new brake shoes right there. I took them off because I did initially think that that was potentially part of the issue. And while I'm not here, I actually had bought a rebuild kit for those calibers before I decided to just swap them out. So I got everything I need to get this figured out. Oh, man, I'm winded just by, I'm trying to make sure I get everything in this video. Like I say, this is a quick, short little update. Keep y'all posted, because like I said, a lot of y'all still reaching out to me. I ain't want to leave y'all hanging, but Mini Skirt will be rolling soon. Like I say, trust me, I will not quit. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe, click the notification bell so you'll be notified when I'm dropping new videos. Please go ahead and check me out on Instagram and TikTok at PennyLS1. And until next time, PennyLS1, holla at your boy.